All right, so the Brown Jug in Ann Arbor, they have the Tim Drevno O-line burger.
Yeah.
What's behind that? Do you give your O-line guys that?
No, I don't know anything about that. I know there was a gentleman there that owned that restaurant, and he wanted to name all the different dishes, all the different coaches were in Michigan and things. So, it was it's something that they did there.
It's big, 2 half-pound patties and a lot of cheese.
Yeah, yeah. Well, O-linemen like to eat.
That's true. So, speaking of the O-line, which O-line guys are sticking out to you right now?
You know, to be honest with you, Neil Callaway coaches the offensive line. I've been coaching the running backs. You really haven't paid much attention. I mean, I got my own job to do at the running back position to evaluate those guys.
Is it difficult not to basically put on a new hat and not be looking at the offensive line guys?
Not really. It's football's football, and I know just when you're coaching a position, you want to put your whole heart and soul in it. You got to take care of your position first, and that's my main job, is to make sure the running backs are going in the right direction and we're doing it at a high level. That's real important.
All the guys bring up about you, pass protection. What specifically have you been teaching or trying to instill with them in that aspect of the game?
I think just the biggest thing is, I've always said from day one is as a running back, you'll be able to pass protect, and key thing is, be able to see the secondary elements and see the heels and toes and try to understand the blitz patterns. And you got to know protections. You got to know the adjustments to protections, and technique-wise, meeting the guy on the line of scrimmage, moving your feet, and being able to redirect. So those are the things that I think stand out.
What's it like moving to a new team and then all of a sudden, spring practice, your top running back's out?
I mean, that's to be quite honest with you, I think that those guys in the room are all good, and we'd like to get Stephen Carr back. He's working through something right now, but there's a lot of talent in that room that I'm really, really excited about, and guys that can play at a real high level. So I'm excited about them.
So you've got a couple weeks that you've been able to look at Ced Ware. What are your thoughts on him?
I think Ced Ware is a real dynamic runner. I mean, I haven't been around a guy that's so big like that in terms of getting north and south and be able to, yards after contact, and be able to push the ball, for 4 or 5 yards. I mean, really good lateral change of direction inside the tackles and things. So he's special, and he does a great job of pass protection, does a great job of ball security. I mean, he's a very, very talented runner, one of the better ones I've been around.
And in terms of your philosophy as far as a running back rotation, do you have a philosophy for that?
Our bottom line is we want to put the best guys that make us best situation for us to win, and we're still in the spring ball right now, and we're working through it and see where guys fit. And my always philosophy is on it is that I think a running back doesn't need to carry the ball 32 times a game. I think if you carry him 18, 19 times a game, or 16, whatever that is, that magic number, that helps in the National Football League and keeps guys fresh. It keeps hits off them, that they'll have a great career as they get to the next level, and the bottom line, kind of spread the wealth for us to be successful at USC.
I apologize if I missed the question, but Aka Cedric Ware, your early impressions of him?
Yeah, I just think that he's a real tough physical runner, does a good job. Can really go downhill, lowers his pads, has a great vision. One of the better ones I've ever been around in terms of his physicality, his leg drive. Yeah, it's a big back. I mean, that's a big guy coming downhill, and does a good job, trying to get 4 or 5 yards, and he does a good job making things happen. Let the play express itself. The lineman block it, but he'll try to get the extra couple yards to drag guys to move the chains.
Does he remind you of anybody that when you your first time here a few years ago? Anybody?
I mean, he kind of reminds me of a Buck Allen. Be
yeah.
quite honest with you, and but he's got a really good feel, and smart and savvy, real important to him, and that's how I think that. And he's bigger than Buck, so it's exciting.
Thank you.
As a running backs coach, do you prefer the quick guy or the powerful guy?
Guys that get first downs and move the chains. There's all different type of runners out there. Yeah.
Looked like Vi got more work than he's gotten all spring. What's it like slowly getting him back?
Yeah, nice, really nice to see what Vi can do and understand the offense. And Vi's a nice compliment to us. And smart, real savvy football player. Love his attitude, love his work ethic. And big physical back that I really enjoy watching. And he's going to have a great career.
What was it like coping with all those injuries? Week 1, you only had 1 healthy scholarship back.
Yeah, as a coach, you gotta. There's always game day adjustments you got to do, and that's one of the things you got to do. And you deal with it, and you push on, and yeah, it's great. I got 1 guy to coach, it's a heck of a deal. I got 4 guys to coach, it's a heck of a deal. It's great to coach, it's a great game of football.
When you first got here, you weren't really quite sure on how much time you'd be spending with the offensive linemen. What kind of time do you spend with those guys?
Yeah, I coach the running backs. I'm the running back coach, and Neil Calloway's the offensive line coach. So that's what I do.
Okay.
What similarities do you see between Helton and Harbaugh?
Similarities? I mean, there's no similarities. I think that I know one thing. Clay Helton's an unbelievable leader, unbelievable father, motivator, and lets his coaches coach. I think thinks outside the box. I mean, there's a lot of great things about Clay Helton. I feel very, very fortunate to be able to coach and work with Clay Helton here, and that he had an opportunity to want to hire me. It means a lot to me, and Clay's a great man.
How do you think Helton bringing that father attitude to his team helps these guys?
I think anytime you're able to love these guys and teach them life lessons and relate with them like Clay does, and loves on them and teaches them, but it's tough love. I think that makes a player know. When a player knows you care about them, that means a lot. They're going to be anywhere for you. This game's about trust, about trusting one another.
Yeah, trying to.
In the time you've been here, has there been anything you've seen from the running backs? Has there been a focus on something that you wanted them to improve on? Certainly in 6 or 7 practices.
Yeah, I think that, ball security, we're getting better every day. We come out understanding protections, understanding pass protection. I think that's huge, and the techniques that go into pass protecting, I think they've improved there, and they're getting better with their footwork, But that's a talented group that I'm excited about. But we just keep getting better at all those different things, and it changes day to day. You got to adjust, things you got to work on.
Philosophy on backs being able to catch up the back.
Yeah, I think that that's one thing. You could tell a really good back when he catches the ball out of the backfield, be able to make somebody misses. Elusiveness is huge, and it's always a weapon, in terms of guys who can catch the ball out of the backfield. And some of those swing routes that we do is just like throwing a toss, out there, and it's a good thing.
Do you expect to be doing a lot of work on the recruiting front too?
Absolutely. I think you got 10 full-time assistants and the head coach, and recruiting is a most important thing. And one of the most important things is like getting up every day and brushing your teeth. I mean, you got to do it every day to be good at it. It's about getting players. And that's a huge thing for us. And absolutely, I mean, you got to be able to recruit. The lifeblood of the program is recruiting.
Thank you.
Thank you.